guess we have another helmet video. Today we're exploring the three helmets that I've been using a lot recently. The Fox Proframe, the Ruroc Atlas 3.0, and the new helmet that I received, which is the Nobleman TK02. I'm gonna compare these three helmets in a few different criterias here. I'm gonna make this really quite short and sweet. I know doing a helmet review isn't probably the most interesting, so I do wanna go through it and keep it concise as much as possible. So let's talk about the weight. The weight of these three helmets are 750 grams for the Fox Proframe. Lightest helmet that I own. It's a downhill mountain bike helmet, so really light. I'm only using this if I'm riding like a electric unicycle or a scooter. Now, in second place, you have the Nobleman TK02. This is 1,250 grams. Atlas is 1.4 or 1,400 grams, roughly. Obviously, depending on the size of the helmet, but 1,400 grams. So this is your heaviest helmet. Now let's talk about comfort. Comfort-wise, I mean, comfort is a little bit hard to measure since it's very biased, and I think it's very personal. This is very comfortable in the sense that there's a lot of airflow. It's a light helmet. But it's not to say these aren't, you feel really snug in them. You might like that snug feel. And they are rated for motorcycle helmets, so you do get more safety, but they are comfortable as well. I haven't found any of these to be not comfortable. One thing I will say about the TK02 right now is they're fixing this front chin piece, which I have reflected to them. It's a bit close to my face, especially if you have a mic mod in there. So I have a Bluetooth accessory in there. It gets very close to me basically eating my mic all the time. So they will make this a bit longer. But honestly, these three helmets, they're all very comfortable in their own way. Now, visibility. I think it goes without saying the Fox Proframe has the best visibility. It is a downhill mountain bike helmet. How far back it sits, I basically can't see the helmet at all. Yeah, and then in regards to these two, they're roughly the same. I want to say the TK02 is a bit better. I think it's because the material on the side is a bit thinner, whereas compared to this, it's wider. But it also, I think, got the wrong size for the Ruroc Atlas 3.0. I got an XL, which I think I should have gotten a large or a medium, so I might sell off this helmet because it's not the right size for me. But yeah. Visibility though, I know in comparison to other motorcycle helmets, it does do a little bit better than your standard motorcycle helmets that are on the market, at least to my understanding. So, versatility. The helmet with the best versatility goes to the TK02. Now, why that is because this helmet has this clear visor. I do hope they come out with, you know, something like the Ruroc. I mean, this green visor is just so sick, right? But clear visor. And then you also have a dark visor, or sun visor, I guess. You can use this switch here, pull this lever, or you can just simply, same thing. So, as well as you can pop this chin piece off. So very much like their older, like the Ruroc RG1DX, you can pop this chin piece off. Again, I want to say this chin piece doesn't really act as a safety thing. It's there. I think it'll prevent you from a few scratches, but I don't think it's going to save you from a serious chin injury. If you want something that protects your chin, still the Fox Proframe or the non-removable chin piece Ruroc Atlas 3.0 is basically the one to go for. So versatility though, this is very good. I also really like the fact that there's space for Bluetooth. You can't really see, but underneath the padding, there's actually slots for you to put your Bluetooth mic in there. So I bought this on Chinese Amazon for about 15 US basically, and there's a place that sits perfectly in there, and even the cable, right? You guys can see that there's a gap for the microphone cable. So that's fantastic. I was super surprised when I opened it up and was trying to install this in. Just fantastic. Now with the Ruroc, in terms of Bluetooth setup, you do have their shockwave, and that is $150 more. It fits right into the helmet, so that's really nice. And you do have wiring that basically goes inside the material of the helmet, and then connects to the speakers that you plug in on this end here, on the inside, where your ears sit. So that's also great. Now, with the Fox Proframe, it gets a little bit more difficult. You kind of have to measure to see where your ear is, and then there's a lot of gap here as well. So it can be a bit difficult finding the right spot of where your ear sits, but there is space for it since it's such a wide open design. Okay, going back, safety. Now, safety, obviously, this is more or less a cycling helmet. So really keep it for that. Electric scooter, electric unicycle, I think will be fine. These are for motorcycles. So if you're, I would say, riding a serious electric scooter that does, 60 plus, 80 plus kilometers an hour, consider getting a proper motorcycle helmet. However, I will say one thing, right? I want to say one thing. If you are wearing a serious motorcycle helmet for your e-rideable, like electric scooter or electric unicycle, you should be comfortable. You should feel comfortable in it. These motorcycle helmets offer more safety, but they also block out your peripheral vision. So that kind of inhibits your vision as well. So you're kind of putting yourself in more danger if you're not used to it. You do need to adapt to it, and you need to find out if it's suitable for you to ride in it. Otherwise, you might be better off just using a Fox Proframe. But technically speaking, these guys are safer helmets. These guys are safer helmets. Now let's talk about the cost. The Fox Proframe is $270, which is what I found online. I bought this slightly used, so I got it a lot cheaper, but this is 270 USD. And the Nobleman TK02 is usually 340, and it's now currently for sale at 260, and they're available in black and white. You can also get an additional 5% off with your order if you use my promo code, which is in the link down in the description. So yeah, $260 helmet. And then the Ruroc, which is obviously the most expensive one, but also kind of the sickest looking helmet, right? I mean, they have so many designs online. They have so many visor options. You're really able to customize it. Sick looking helmet, but this will cost you a hefty, basically $500 US, plus the $150 for shockwave. You don't have to get it. You can just get, like I said, something that I bought online, Bluetooth accessory, right? If you're just listening to music or, picking up a phone call, that'll do fine. Extra $20 probably. Yeah, so 150 for the shockwave. And then I do suggest, if you're using this and you're using this in a more humid environment, to also get the shockwave, to also get the pin lock. The pin lock is a anti-fog screen that you put on the visor, on the inside of the visor. And that's an additional $25. So those would be the two accessories that you really should be getting with this helmet. So you're looking at, 500 plus 150 plus another 25, right? So a lot of money kind of leaving the wallet, but sick looking helmet. Yeah, so that's basically the comparison. There's really not kind of like the best helmet. It's just kind of for different scenarios, right? So if I'm going out for a group ride, usually I'm a bit slower, still want safety, go with the Fox Proframe. If I'm on my e-moped that you guys see that I ride, I would take the Ruroc Atlas or the TK02. These guys have the visor, so you know, it's getting basically close to winter in Shenzhen. I like to ride with the visor. It kind of blocks out the cold. It keeps me warm. So yeah, these would be the helmets that I ride, but kind of just different strokes for different folks. I think that looks pretty sick, right? And also this finish, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but it's white, but there's a bit of glossiness and there's like little sparkles in there, so it looks really nice. I do like the white one better than the black one that they have on their website. Great helmet, super lightweight. So, like, look at this. So comfortable to ride with. And then the Ruroc Atlas, just, man, the design. Every time I take this helmet out, I'm riding, people just look at me. People are just in awe by how good this helmet looks. And these guys always have a sale on, so if you know you're getting close to Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but even outside of those holidays, they're continuously having sales on their helmets, whether it's the latest model or their older models. So be sure to keep checking their website. That's pretty much all I have to say about these three helmets, and this is my quick comparison of the three helmets: Atlas 3.0 by Ruroc, Nobleman's TK02 helmet that they just released, and the Fox Proframe downhill mountain biking helmet. Hopefully this video helps you guys in picking out which helmet best suits you. Hopefully you found this video informative. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.